Morning light spills over the small street. Inside a cozy little bakery, the smell of warm pastries fills the air. Ahmed, the friendly baker, greets everyone with his usual smile. And so does his talking parrot, Coco. Coco isn't just any parrot. He loves chatting with customers, saying good morning, and making children laugh. Every day feels cheerful inside Ahmed's sweet treats. But one night, something strange happens. After Ahmed locks the bakery and goes home, crumbs are left on the floor, and by morning, a few pastries have mysteriously disappeared. Ahmed frowns in confusion. Who could be sneaking in? He wonders. Coco tilts his head, eyes sharp and thoughtful. He's seen something no one else has. That night, Coco stays awake. The bakery is silent, until a tiny rustling sound breaks the quiet. From under the door, a small hedgehog slips inside. His name is Spike. He's not a thief, just hungry and lost. Coco watches carefully, understanding the little creature means no harm. The next morning, Ahmed scratches his head again, puzzled by the crumbs. Coco softly says, "A guest comes at night." Ahmed laughs. A guest? But Coco's serious stare makes him curious. So that evening, he installs a small camera before locking up. Coco nods proudly. The plan is set. When the lights go out, the camera starts recording. Soon enough, the tiny hedgehog appears again, sniffing his way to the crumbs. Coco keeps quiet, letting the camera capture everything. Next morning, Ahmed checks the footage. He sees Spike's round little body on screen and bursts out laughing. "So this is our midnight visitor," he says with a smile. Instead of chasing him away, Ahmed sets up a soft blanket and a tiny bowl of milk. Spike curls up happily, finally safe and warm. Coco flutters down beside him, offering a crumb as a friendly gift. From that day on, the bakery has two helpers. Coco the parrot who talks, and Spike the hedgehog who cleans up crumbs. The customers love them both. Children laugh, adults smile, and the shop feels fuller than ever. Under the golden evening light, the sign outside reads, "Home of Smiles." Inside, Coco and Spike sit by the window, watching the sunset. Two unlikely friends who turned a mystery into magic. The sun rises gently over a quiet city street. The air smells of bread, sugar, and a brand new day. Inside a small bakery called Ahmed's Sweet Treats, warmth and laughter already fill the air. Ahmed, a kind baker with a soft smile, opens the doors every morning. But the real star of the shop is his parrot, Coco. Bright feathers, clever eyes, and a voice full of charm. Coco greets every visitor with a cheerful, "Good morning." Children giggle, and even tired workers can't help but smile. The bakery feels alive, like happiness baked fresh each day. But one morning, Ahmed notices something strange. "That's odd," he mutters, staring at an empty tray. "I'm sure I made more pastries last night." Coco blinks, his eyes following the crumbs on the floor. As night falls, the bakery grows quiet. The street outside fades into stillness. Ahmed locks up, unaware that something small and curious is about to sneak in. Coco pretends to sleep, but one eye stays open. Through the crack beneath the door, a little hedgehog waddles in. His name is Spike, and he's hungry, not harmful. Coco watches silently as Spike sniffs at the crumbs, his tiny nose twitching with joy. The parrot understands this little one isn't stealing for fun. He's simply trying to survive. The next morning, Ahmed scratches his head again. "This is so strange." Coco tilts his head and quietly says, "A guest comes at night." Ahmed chuckles, thinking it's just a joke. But Coco isn't joking. That evening, Ahmed installs a small camera in the bakery. "Let's see who our mysterious guest really is." Coco nods proudly. The mission begins. The lights dim, the camera blinks red, and the world outside sleeps. Then, like clockwork, Spike returns, patting softly across the tiles. He eats a few crumbs and curls up beneath the counter. In the morning, Ahmed checks the footage. His eyes widen and then he laughs. "So it's you, little one." Instead of anger, he feels warmth. Coco chirps happily beside him. Ahmed sets up a tiny blanket, a bowl of milk, and a corner just for Spike. "Every good bakery needs a guard," he says kindly. Spike snuggles in, feeling safe for the first time. Days pass. The three of them become a team. Ahmed baking, Coco greeting, and Spike quietly keeping the floor spotless. The customers adore them. Smiles fill the shop more than ever. Sometimes, after closing, Coco tells stories to Spike about clouds, trees, and the funny humans who buy pastries. Spike listens, eyes half closed, heart full. On weekends, children gather outside just to see them. Coco flaps his wings proudly while Spike poses shyly near the counter. The bakery becomes more than a shop. It becomes a home. As evening light pours through the window, Ahmed looks at his two little friends. "You know," he says softly, "this bakery was always warm, but now it's alive." Coco chirps in agreement. Spike blinks up at him. Together, they watch the sun melt into orange and gold, their reflections glowing on the glass. Outside, the sign reads Home of Smiles. Inside, three hearts beat quietly in rhythm. One human, one feathered, one covered in soft little spines. A family built not by blood, but by kindness. Moral: sometimes, friendship finds us in the most unexpected places. A bakery, a hungry heart, and a little act of care.